Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video today. We fit a reactor. Microsoft ZUNE and why it fell. Oh man, too many memories with this right here, bro. I had one, bro. I had this, and I had an iPod Touch. Let me just say it right now: the iPod Touch, goated, destroys this one, but. This one was a cheaper option, though. This one was a cheaper option. It had way more memory. Just couldn't do everything the iPod Touch could do. iPod Touch play games on, so I could play games on my iPod Touch, and I could be listening to music from my ZUNE. But I have an interesting story about my ZUNE and why I no longer have my fucking ZUNE. Oh boy, that's gonna be a rabbit hole. I gotta go down here, but I'll talk about it at the end. I'll tell y'all the story at the end. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get into this Microsoft ZUNE and why it failed. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
ZUNE and why it failed.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Fuck.
I'm going to talk about a piece of technology that's more than 10 years old, so in order to fully appreciate most of the things I'm saying, you need to be put back in the 2006 mindset. If you were around and aware at the time, think back to the technology. If you're too young to remember it, let me help you. It was a very specific time for
Yep, these were like the Razor, the BlackBerry, and the Sidekick were the hottest things in technology. I didn't care. I had a Nokia brick. I had a track phone, Nokia brick. Get some minutes every time. Every month, once a month, I get some new minutes. My mom will buy me some new minutes for my phone. Keep it going. You know, you get free nights and weekends. You know what I'm saying? Weekends free. You know what I'm saying? Nights is free. So I'd be like, don't call me. I was like, don't call me till about 7. Don't be calling me till about 7. Get on the phone, be like, why you calling me? Call me after 7, bro. All right, my bad. Like, call me after 7, bro. After 7, we could talk, we could chill, we could be on the phone, talk shit. Be like, yeah, you watching Raw, bro? Yeah, I'm watching Raw, bro. John Cena going crazy. Like, come on, dog. Ah, the good old times. Good times. But this was the technology at the time, bro. Definitely.
portable technology. A few years earlier, you needed to carry a portable CD player to listen to music.
I may have to do a video on CD players, bro. We may have to do it. We may have to revisit CD players, bro. Y'all just don't know, bro. Y'all youngins today just don't know. Y'all don't know, bro. Y'all really don't.
Music on the go. A few years later, everyone was just putting music on their smartphone. But in 2006, there really weren't any smartphones. There definitely wasn't an iPhone. Almost all the phones available weren't great for music, so everybody had an MP3 player.
Yep, I remember this one right here. I had this one too. I had this one. These are cheap. I'm gonna just say this right now. These are cheaply made. They're fucking terrible. I see why they was only $20. Yes, these were $20. These were cheaply made. You would think these were nicely made because of how they packaged it and everything. But no, these MP3 players right here, the Sansa MP3 players, trash. Straight trash, bro. On everything I love, straight trash, nigga.
Trash! That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
These motherfuckers will only last you about a year some change, bro. Once that screen stopped working, everything on it stopped working. Bro, that shit was terrible, bro.
How do you do that? What the hell is going on?
Bro, I ran through like 40s, bro. I swear to God, I ran through 40s, bro. Every single time, bro. These motherfuckers would last me about a year, break down. And this was my middle school years. This is when I first got an MP3 player. This was my first MP3 player. I got this for Christmas, bro. Ever since then, every fucking year, bro, every fucking year around Christmas time, I had to go to the mall or I had to go to Best Buy or I had to go to Target or Walmart with my Christmas money that I got and go buy me another one of these fucking things because the one I had broke down by like Thanksgiving. What the fuck, bro? By the time I got to high school, I was way done with the Samsung.
Their primary purpose was to hold a bunch of songs, but you could play videos and play games on most of them, but they were mainly for music. The most popular of these MP3 players, by far, was the iPod. But in 2006, Microsoft decided they wanted to introduce a competing MP3 player to the market. They named it the ZUNE. Let's take a look at some of the reasons a consumer may have preferred the ZUNE over the iPod. For one, the ZUNE had a larger screen, only half an inch larger, but when we're
It had a larger screen. You didn't need iTunes. iTunes was, oh my God, iTunes. The fact that you needed iTunes to put shit on here and then the process it takes to put the shit on here when you can just drag and drop on the ZUNE and be done with it. Like, yo, fuck a iPod. The only iPod, I don't know if I still got it, if it's in here or not. The only iPod I got left, if it's still in here, I don't know if it's in here. Yeah, I don't know if it's in here. Let me check. I still got it. I just don't know if it's in here. And it's probably in one of my totes. It's probably one of my totes. But I had the only iPod I got left is like an iPod Shuffle, and it's like the first generation iPod. The first generation iPod where you can only put like the one where you can only put like 20 songs on it because it's like 500 megabytes. Like the fuck. Yeah, bro, I got that one still to this day because I couldn't get rid of it. I couldn't sell it or nothing. And I found that bitch. I found that bitch, and I was thinking this shit. I was like, oh shit, I got a little. Oh shit, what the fuck is it? Yo, word, this the iPod. 512 megabytes. Fuck it, it's an iPod.
we're talking about screens this small, half an inch is pretty significant. Looking back at the screen size of the iPod compared to what we're used to today, it was awfully small. People weren't exactly watching YouTube and Netflix on it, but they were downloading videos and playing some games. The larger screen wasn't essential, but I'm sure it was appreciated. Something about the ZUNE that would have blown my mind in 2006 is you were wirelessly able to transfer songs to other ZUNE users. It was called squirting, strange name, but the idea is if you
freaky ass nigga, he a 69 god.
Freaky ass. I don't remember that feature at all, but then again, I never had Wi-Fi, but still. We didn't have Wi-Fi back around this time. Back around this time, we had phone, TV, DSL. Phone, TV, DSL. Y'all remember phone, TV, DSL? If y'all had Time Warner cable, y'all know what I'm talking about. Phone, TV, DSL. That's what we had. We had no goddamn Wi-Fi.
you were over there listening to Daniel Powter sing about his bad day, very big in 2006, you could ask me to send it over, or I guess squirt it over to your ZUNE so you can hear it. It's a good concept. I don't even think there's an easy way for us to do this with our phones today. The ZUNE also...
It's a good concept, but change the name, bro. What the fuck going on here?
Freaky frog! You freaky frog! You're a freaky frog! You fucking freaky frog! You're a freaky frog!
Cause P. Diddy be wanting a body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
Imagine running into P. Diddy and P. Diddy like, yo, what you got on your ZUNE? You said what now? What you got on your ZUNE? You send me some songs off your ZUNE? Yeah. I got you, daddy. Yeah, for sure, daddy. Yeah, listen to this right here, daddy. Hey, yo, you can pause on the daddy, yo. Come on, dog. Listen to this right here, Playboy. Yeah, that's that good shit right here. Hold on, who's this? Nigga, is this you? Yeah, Playboy, that's nice, ain't it? Hell no, nigga, that shit trash as fuck. Nigga, what you say, nigga?
Got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Also had a built-in radio that the iPod didn't have. So if you were still building your collection of songs, you could just tune into the radio and hear things for free. And
Yep. That was the best method, bro. Listen to the radio. Imagine I'd be in the middle of the class, turn this shit on, be listening to the radio and shit, be like, yeah.
plus, since podcasts weren't much of a thing yet and audiobooks were difficult to add to an MP3 player, the radio was probably your best option for spoken word content. The 2006 me could absolutely see why this would be appealing. Probably wouldn't be a major factor in deciding which one to buy, but it would have been considered. Those are probably the biggest selling points of the ZUNE over the iPod, but those positives also came with some negatives. The bigger screen size made for a bigger device. It was larger and bulkier and just not a great thing to be carrying around with you. The part where you get to share songs with other ZUNE users wasn't as good as it sounded either. Microsoft had some bad deals with the recording companies. After I transferred Daniel Powter's masterpiece to you, it disappeared after 3 plays or 3 days. So yes, you got to hear it, but it wasn't exactly your song. And in many cases, the whole process was probably more trouble than it's worth. I could have just handed you one of my earbuds so we can hear it together. As far as the built-in radio,
I'm pretty sure back around this time and age, yeah, this shit was probably moving slow as fuck. This shit probably took like 2 hours just to send one song to your MP3 player. That's crazy.
well, actually, that part was pretty cool. Not much of a downside there. But honestly, when you compare the two devices, there's no runaway winner. It really just came down to personal preference. Some people preferred the ZUNE. They still have a little following to this day. Maybe the bigger screen size was worth the bulkiness, or maybe you valued sharing songs with your friends. Many people have said,
I fuck with the ZUNE, but like I said, when you got the iPod Touch, bro, that motherfucker be hitting different, bro. I'm just saying, bro. That iPod Touch be hitting different, bro. I'm so, I gotta keep it a beat. That iPod Touch, they giving you more for, even though it's expensive as hell. They giving you more than what you bargaining for sure.
they preferred the controls on the ZUNE over the wheel on the iPod. But even though they were comparable devices, the iPod killed the ZUNE in sales. Even during its best period, Microsoft was selling 5 or 6 times fewer devices than Apple. From everything I've come across, that was about the best comparison I could find. It wasn't even close. I can't imagine Apple ever saw them as much of a real threat. I wouldn't have. But since the device itself was at least comparable, we have to look somewhere else to explain the difference in sales. I'm sure you're familiar with the iTunes Store. That's where you bought the music and other things for your iPod. Can anyone tell me the name of Microsoft's equivalent? I wouldn't have known this, but it was called the ZUNE Marketplace.
Yep.
And it wasn't all that good. It had far fewer songs on it than iTunes, and in the beginning, it didn't have any movies or games or TV shows or anything except music. It did get better with time, but I don't think it ever got to a point where it was even close to iTunes. And since none of the software was compatible with other devices, any ZUNE user was forced to use this inferior store. Another thing that's commonly criticized is ZUNE's marketing. Apple had a pretty cool campaign, but then the commercials for the ZUNE
I wasn't forced to use the ZUNE Marketplace. Not at all. I could drag and drop all my music on there. Like, it's super easy too. Compared to the goddamn iPod where I gotta go to fucking iTunes and sync everything up. That shit got annoying after a while. Imagine you getting ready to go to school or getting ready to go to work and you try to download a couple of songs off LimeWire before you go to work because you heard that song last night and you was like, I downloaded it in the morning. So you get on the computer, you like, let me go ahead and download this real quick, and then you download it, and then you try to and then you gotta go to iTunes. iTunes take forever to load up. Then you gotta You gotta make sure that your shit is synced together, because sometimes iTunes don't recognize your fucking iPod. Fucking process, bro.
Were a little stranger. They took a more artistic, less fun approach that didn't appeal to the general audience, which really seems like a mistake. This is something that's meant to appeal to almost everybody, but their campaign focused on a very specific artistic segment. I can't say I fully understand their thought process here. After the initial ZUNE, they quickly expanded into smaller ones, more colorful ones, different capacities, but their next big release was in 2009 with the ZUNE HD.
Yep, this the one I had right here. This the one I had right here. This was my ZUNE. This was my one and only ZUNE I had.
This was their response to the iPod Touch. I don't want to compare these two as closely, but the consensus seems to be that the iPod Touch was better. It was now the
leaps and bounds better than the fucking ZUNE. But the ZUNE was still good. But the ZUNE had better storage though. Like, come on, 8 gigabytes versus 30 gigabytes. Come on, bro.
ZUNE that had the smaller screen, though not much smaller. It still had the radio, but by now it wasn't quite the same selling point. The iPod soon had a camera that the ZUNE didn't have. ZUNE users were still forced to use the inferior ZUNE marketplace.
No, I wasn't.
I should note that the ZUNE was now cheaper than the iPod, but the biggest difference I would say is probably the operating system. The iPod Touch was the same as the iPhone. Apple developed a great web browsing app and music app, plus they had their app store with a bunch of other apps. It was all well thought out.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, ZUNE wasn't fucking with the iPod Touch, bro. The iPod Touch was on a different level, bro. Check my emails, go on YouTube, write down notes. That's where I used to write my raps when I used to rap them up on one of my older YouTube channels that don't exist no more. So don't be trying to look for it. Type in Mr. DDG94 rapping channel. I guarantee you it's not gonna find it because I deleted it. I keep trying to tell y'all I deleted it. Niggas be like, no, I've been trying to find it, bro. No, it's deleted. Leave it alone. Leave my past alone. I will not let y'all go down that rabbit hole of trying to find my videos of me rapping and shit. Don't get me wrong, I had the bars, but I used to write down all my notes. I used to write down all my raps in the notes on the iPod. Used to have like hello raps. I think I had like 40 raps on here, bro. 40. I had 40 raps on here, bro.
$40.
I have 40 raps on here, bro. I think I only spit like 25 of them on YouTube. The rest of them I kept for the mixtapes. Now the mixtapes, on the other hand, good luck trying to find those. They still up. I'll be checking them. They still up. I still got a couple mixtapes up. Hey, if you find new mixtapes, bro, I guarantee you, bro.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
I guarantee you, bro, my mixtapes was trash.
Try.
I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I had bars, but nigga, my delivery was off like a motherfucker.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Oh Lord, y'all never understand, bro. I had a whole fucking mixtape, nigga. I did a whole fucking mixtape off a karaoke machine, nigga. Don't judge me. Hey, niggas gotta do this by any means. We trying to get this record deal by any means, nigga. We trying to get this 360 deal by any means. Nigga recorded a whole mixtape off a karaoke machine, nigga. Y'all can't tell me shit, nigga.
Out and carefully developed. I mean, it was the same stuff going into their precious iPhone. The ZUNE had its own software, separate from any phone or other device. As a result, it wasn't as well developed, and most would agree it wasn't as easy or pleasant to use. When comparing the ZUNE HD to the iPod Touch in sales, it's even more embarrassing than the last comparison. A few years later, Microsoft admitted defeat. They stopped producing the ZUNE, they ended the ZUNE marketplace and replaced it with other things. Today, the ZUNE is gone. It'd be nice for Microsoft if I were able to say there was a point where it looked promising for them, a point where the experts were predicting them to surpass the iPod, but sadly, that point never happened. We've identified some potential reasons why the ZUNE failed, but we haven't gotten to the root of the problem. The actual problem with the ZUNE is that it was competing with Apple. If you were to ask me which companies I wouldn't want to compete with, Apple during that decade would be near the top of the list.
Yep. The 2000s, Apple was untouchable. Apple was untouchable in the electronics department in the 2000s. Now the 2010s and up, Apple.
The iPod came out in 2001 and became one of the coolest things to own on the planet. By the time Microsoft finally decided to come out with their competing product, Apple had already sold millions of iPods and were completely dominating the industry.
This is, the Microsoft, Bill Gates' answer to the iPod. He's trying to, loosen iPod's stranglehold on the iPod market.
Microsoft had the near impossible task of releasing something that was good enough to pull people away from the iPod that they already knew and loved. Releasing something that was comparable to it, if not a little worse, wasn't going to do it.
This ZUNE has all the features of the iPod, except it's not as good, and...
Given that Apple had a 5-year head start, I wouldn't expect Microsoft to create something better.
I have no opinion on this, and it's 5 years too late.
If the ZUNE had been released earlier, it may have had a chance.
Look, if the ZUNE, Microsoft should have did this. They should have made something similar to what the PSP was. If they could have made something similar to what the PSP was and kind of jumped onto the market before the iPhone came out, Microsoft would have had them one. If Microsoft would have came out with a handheld console, that's all I'm saying is if they would have came out with a handheld console and said this is also a competition with Apple, Microsoft would have had one, because I know Microsoft would have came up with something good. But I don't know why Microsoft never tapped into the handheld market. I don't know why they so afraid of Nintendo. That's one of my biggest things. They not afraid of Sony, but they are frightened by Nintendo. They never want to compete with a Nintendo at all for some odd reason. I don't know why.
But releasing it in 2006, it was doomed from the beginning. On top of that, 2006 was a bad time because the whole MP3 industry was about to fall. Today, most of us have replaced our iPods with our phones. It was a gradual transition, but I could tell you the year it started. It was 2007 with the release of the iPhone. I would say 2006 was the worst possible year to release a competing MP3 player. The industry was already dominated by Apple, and it was about to be reduced by Apple. Microsoft never really even belonged there. I can remember when the ZUNE was a thing. I knew a couple of people who had one, which now that I see their sales numbers I realize is a miracle, but I knew them. I thought it was weird. I never understood why they wouldn't just get an iPod. My perception was that the iPod was the real thing, and anything else was just an imitator.
iPods was too fucking expensive. iPod was damn near $300. That's why nobody was buying them shits. Them shits was damn near $300, bro. An iPod Touch, an 8 gigabyte base iPod Touch was $200. $200. And that's before GameStop started selling iPods. Once GameStop started selling iPods, iPods became accessible, I should say. But the ZUNE was the cheaper option. The bitch was like the cheapest option was like $80. So like shit. It's like either I'm gonna get this for $80, I'm gonna pay like damn near $200 for a fucking iPod. Fuck out of here. No, absolutely not.
I even thought the ZUNE looked cool. I liked their packaging, I liked their logo. I didn't have a bad thing to say about it, except for the fact that it just wasn't an iPod. I did get an iPod right around this time myself, and I can say I never gave the ZUNE a second thought. It was iPod all the way. If the ZUNE were 10 times better and half the price, I still probably would have gone with an iPod. And I don't think I was the only one, and to me, that's why the ZUNE failed. Let me know in the comments what you think about the ZUNE. Today, it's more of a punchline than anything else.
I stood in front of a case of iPods and I bought a ZUNE.
But don't make the mistake in thinking it was a horrible product. I compare it to the Utah Jazz in the late 90s. The Jazz were a good team. They made 2 finals appearances, but both times they were confronted by Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. And you'd better be more than just a good team to compete against Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls.
Facts.
If you owned a ZUNE back in the day, let me know what you thought of it. My guess is you probably liked it. The question I'm more curious to hear the answer to is why you decided to go with the ZUNE over the iPod.
Because it was cheaper. It was cheaper. You mean to tell me I could get a ZUNE for $80? You mean to tell me I can get a device for $80 versus getting a device for like $200? I'm gonna take the $80 device every fucking time, bro. What the fuck? But once I got that iPod Touch for Christmas, though, I didn't even ask for an iPod Touch. I was cool with my ZUNE, but my mom bought me an iPod Touch for some odd reason, and I didn't. She bought me an iPod Touch. I took it. I was like, all right. I mean, I didn't ask for it, but thank you. Put it in the computer. Put all my music on there. Then I started looking at it. I was like, hold on, you can play games on this motherfucker? Hold on, cuz. I was actually the first person in my school with an Apple product. Once everybody saw me walking around with my Apple product, everybody was like, yo, we gotta get one. We gotta get one. I was the first kid in my school with an iPhone. Believe it or not, I was the first kid in my school with an iPhone. Had an iPhone 4. iPhone 4, not iPhone 4S that came with Siri, but the iPhone 4. I was the first kid in my school with an iPhone. Everybody saw my iPhone. So, yeah, that reminds me, I got to tell y'all the story. So, I ended up losing my ZUNE. When you the kid that got something that nobody else got, because you got to remember, I went to a ghetto-ass high school. So that means it's a lot of kids from the hood that are broke and don't have shit. So everybody in the school pretty much got like them Sansa iPods. I already told you in the beginning, them Sansa iPods was trash, right? So everybody in the school damn near had them Sansa iPods and the MP3 players, I should say, the Sansa MP3 players. Them shits is trash. Me on the other hand, I came in that bitch with a ZUNE. I had my ZUNE. Everybody was like, "Yo, that's that ZUNE shit, right? That's that ZUNE shit, right?" It's like ZUNE. No, nigga, it's called ZUNE. It's called ZUNE? Yeah, just ZUNE. I thought it was called ZUNE. But nah, bro, that shit look cool, bro. How much that cost you, bro? $80. $80. I gotta go get me one. So everybody, once they see one nigga with it, because I had the ZUNE and everybody else had the Sansa MP3 player. So when I had the ZUNE, I had the hose. So what does every other nigga do? They see me getting the hose with the ZUNE. What does everybody else go do? They go they go drop $80 to go get them a ZUNE. Be like, yeah, I got one too. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Niggas try to get the hose too. I ain't hating shit. You know what I'm saying? You want the hose, you got the hose. So, but I'm the first person with it. So the hoes be coming up to me like, oh my God, I like this. This is so cool. I like this little ZUNE thing. It's a touch screen. You can do all this type of stuff. This shit cool. Dang. I like this. So then so this one girl that really fucked with me. So it was this one girl. This is my freshman year of high school, by the way. So it's this one girl. She was really fucking. She was fucking with me heavy. But I'd already started a relationship with another girl. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. I had a girlfriend that's currently locked up, but. So we just starting our thing. So she was fucking with me though, cause she was shooting her shot at me, but I was just like, I don't know, Chief, you a little thirsty. That's one thing about me though. I don't like thirsty girls. I don't like if a girl just being thirsty and she just throwing herself at me like, come get me, I love you. Like, nah. But anyway. Hold on, hold on.
Be gone, thoughts! Be gone, thoughts! Be gone, thoughts!
So she was fucking with me heavy, so I was like, all right, cool. So one day she like, can I see your Zoom? Can I see your iPod? I was like, my girl got my iPod. She's like, dang, let me get your Zoom then. Let me get your Zoom. I'm like, my Zoom? It's like, dang, I can't listen to nothing today. Dang. So I gave the girl my Zoom. I ain't tripping though. I'm like, fuck it, cause she cool. She done took my Zoom. She done took my shit from me like multiple times and gave it back. So I'm expecting it back by the end of the day because we get on the same bus, right? So we get on the same bus. She come on the bus crying like, I lost your phone. I lost your Zoom. They took your Zoom. I let this one boy see it and then he took it and ran with it. What up, bitch?
What, bitch? Bah! What, bitch? Bah!
I'll tell you right now, bro. I was heated. I was heated, bro, because that was my Zoom, bro. And then my girl had my iPod, but I let her have my iPod though. She was gonna put some music on it for me. She's gonna put some pictures on it for me. You know what I'm saying? So, my girl's gonna put some pictures on it and shit. So I wasn't tripping about her having my iPod, but it's like I gotta come back with something now. I took my Zune and my iPod to school with me. I kept my Zune in my locker. I kept my Zune in my locker and I took my iPod home with me. But if my girl had my iPod, then I take my Zune home with me because I need something to listen to when I get home. I can't be listening to everybody on the bus because everybody on the bus be talking about stupid shit. So it's like when I got my earphones in, I can just listen to my music, enjoy the ride till I get to the bus, get to my stop, and then I get off and I'll be gone. But so she crying to me, telling me, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to lose it. I'm so sorry. I'm like, can you please, do you know who the person is? It's such and such. He got it. He took it from me. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to lose it. I apologize to you. I'm like, you got his number or something? You can't talk to him, Facebook, whatever. It's like, I'll talk to him. I promise. I'll try to get it back tomorrow. I promise. I'm like, all right, cool. So the next day come through, she get on. I get on the bus. She's sitting right there. She like, I'll talk to him for you, but he ain't answering the phone and he ain't responding to nothing I'm talking about. I'm so sorry. I don't want you to hate me because you know I really like you. I'm like, huh? at this point, at this point,
Boo this man!
at this point, hold on.
Bitch better have my money. Bitch better have my money. No, nigga.
At this point, I'm like, I'm like,
Hold on, ho! Hold on, hold on, hold on, ho! Hey! Hold on, ho! Hold on, hold on, hold on, ho! Hey!
Really, nigga?
I'm like, So I'm like, because the nigga got lunch with me. So I was like, I see the nigga at lunch. So I ignore her for the whole day. I'm mad. She done got my Zoom took it from me, man. Oh my god. I don't even understand, bro. My Zoom was gone. I had so much music on there, bro. All that music on there. Think about it. 30 gigabytes. 30 gigabytes of storage, right? I have like 12 gigabytes of fucking music on that Zoom. That Zoom is meant for music purposes only, bro. I had so much music on there, bro. Plus, I had a couple of my fucking freestyles on there, bro. I was freestyling over some shit, nigga. I was going crazy, bro. So now I gotta sit up here and wonder if some nigga got my freestyles. They gonna put them on the internet and embarrass me because they weren't my. Like I said, my delivery was terrible, bro.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
So we damn near at the end of the week, bro. So we damn near at the end of the week. I'm still not talking to this girl. I saw the dude never showed up to school, but then on Friday he finally showed up, bro. And when he finally showed up, bro, he went straight to my locker. He was like, "Hey, big bro. Hey, big bro. Yeah, bro. About your Zoom, bro. Your MP3 player, bro. Cause I know that's yours, bro. Cause you don't only. Cause I know you. That's yours, bro. I ain't mean to take it, bro. I swear to you, I didn't mean to take it, bro. And I was gonna give it back to you, bro, because I know old girl was telling me that it was yours and shit, bro. And I understand, bro. I ain't mean to take it from you, bro, because I know that's your shit, bro. And I ain't want to take it. And I promise you, bro. I promise you, bro. I ain't want to take it, bro. But guess what? I got it. Hey, bro. I would have gave it back to you, bro. I swear to God, bro. I would have gave it back to you. The only reason I ain't been here all week, bro, is because I got jumped, bro. I got jumped. And they took my shit. At this point, nigga, I'm just mad. I'm like, ain't no fucking way.
I really miss my nigga. I really miss my nigga. White people you can sing it to, just change that into a W. Miss my wigger. Just say I really miss my wigger. Back to the song.
Nigga, my Zoom was gone. They took my Zoom, nigga. That shit was gone. They took my Zoom. I had nothing to live for. They took my Zoom. They took my Zoom, bro. Niggas took my Zoom. Little did I know, a couple of years later, bro, the niggas that took my Zoom would show up to school with my Zoom. How did I know it was my Zoom? Because I had got a pair of Jordans for Christmas that year too, and I had put a Jordan sticker on the back. I had put a Jordan sticker on the back, and I put it in a specific spot. So that way I would always know that it's my fucking Zune if somebody was to try to steal it or I got it confiscated by the security guards. Lo and behold, the niggas that took the Zune, the niggas that jumped the nigga that took the Zune, it was some niggas I was cool with, bruh. Oh, small world. Small world. It's a cold world out here, man. It's a cold world out here, man. It's a cold fucking world out here, dog.
Bruh.
It's a cold fucking world out here, bruh. Niggas that I'm cool with, bruh. At that point, bruh, I ain't even care no more, bruh. But at the same time, I'm like, that's my motherfucking ZUNE. He got my motherfucking ZUNE with the goddamn Jordan on it. And I'm looking like, hey, bruh, you got a ZUNE? He was like, where you get that from? He was like, man, I got this from a friend. I got this from some dude, bro, back in the day, bro. Bro. I had this for a hot minute, bro. I couldn't be friends with that nigga no more, bro. I had to cut that nigga off, bro. I'm sorry. I had to cut that nigga off, bro. I had to cut that nigga off, bro. I couldn't be friends with him. And he was a cool ass dude. I couldn't fuck with him no more, bro. That nigga took my ZUNE, bro. I was heated.
Why? 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 Why?
Y'all don't understand, bro. But anyway, so that just go about do it for this one, man. I will see you all in the next video, man. Niggas took my ZUNE, cuz. And I just had to let him take it, bro. Cause I'm like, I had to charge it to the game, bro. It was my fault. I shouldn't have been letting these hoes touch my shit. I damn near had my girl beat her up too. She damn near was about to. But I was like, I held off against it. I held off against it. Cause if I let her beat her up, then she was kind of cool with a lot of people. So she knew niggas that knew niggas. So she would have probably got the whole school to beat up my girl and then beat me up as well. I would have took that risk, but I'm like, I don't want my girl getting jumped by damn near the whole fucking school, and then I'm getting jumped by damn near the whole. We become the outcast of the school. So I had to charge it to the game, bro. I still had an iPod Touch, bro. So it is what it is. But anyways, though, that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. I apologize for the story being a little longer than I expected it to be, but man, she stole nigga. My freestyles was on there. They took my rhymes, man. They taking my rhymes. They did record deals with my rhymes, bro. I was spitting bars, nigga.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.